Investors and Partners is known for delivering investments and advice to help make business ideas become a reality. Join IAP today without delay. We turn down BBC Dragon Den to offer positive investment opportunities to entrepreneurs and startup companies.
You know, and this is what we have to do. So when it comes to the collective of doing certain things, we can even take the best solution from amongst us. Because sometimes when we think we have the best, another one know a different way, and I want to realize that it's so easy done. Because that's what it do. Not true, Jam?
That's right. We're the only set of people on the planet that want to take on somebody else's sound, and we're like a cat that wants to bark like a dog. You know, we're like a Arsenal supporter that wants to be like a Tottenham supporter. We're like a Protestant that wants to be like a Catholic. We're like a Muslim who wants to be a Christian. No set of people takes on another race's identity except for us. You know,
unless that people have been invaded, or as I said, planted
or domesticated.
You know.
Yeah.
You don't see it, you know, because when you plant in a certain way, you know, there's certain way of how you plant certain crop. But if you plant it another way, you can modify it.
That's right. We've been genetically engineered.
Yeah, hybrid plant.
Hybrid. And we've been shown everything in reverse. You know, we've been shown something that we're around people we think are good, but they treat us bad, but we're still around them because we've got the belief that they're good. So the belief overrides the reality. Yeah, and we've been sold this line that we keep following.
A serious thing, yeah, because so for instance, you're a farmer and you have your cow out there, and you decide so you go pick off these sticks and step on them and get rid of them. I want we just come up the road and tell you how brutal it is, you know, for picking off these parasites. And this is what's happening today. You understand? Right. You find that the same behavior, like people. You know, because nature tries to teach you a lot of things, you know. Right down to the cuckoo bird. You understand? One will come in your house and want to change up even your furniture. And if you give them somewhere to lay, you understand? And this is what I'm saying, that the reason why these things come is to show you the behavior. So if you don't understand nature, then you wouldn't understand these like free-range chicken that we up against.
That's right. And if you don't hear, and that's it. Part of it, as it is strip false symbolia, where they strip the sounds from the words, so you don't hear. You're a vegetarian. How can you eat something organic food, organs that's been nicked? Food, what probably the plants have been grown in blood and use animal to grow so the sounds we are blind to the sounds that they're
somebody
telling
tell us oh, it's organic. You know, see it, you know I'm gonna eat organic pork, organic, and you said to them, what are you saying? You know, see it, you know, just go and eat where you eat and label it up and all of them things there, you know, see. And this is where we are today. We run with their narrative.
That's right. And as I said, the word that I've got for the galaxy is enthymeme. Check it out on Google, which is ETHNO and then NYM. Once again, it's ETHONYM. And an enthymeme is when somebody, I say it again, it's ETHNONYM. Euphony. And that is when somebody names you and creates, when you name somebody else, you've created an identity for them. An autonym is when you name yourself and create your own identity. You see, so we're walking around with somebody else's identity. We possess, because possession is when you take on somebody else's identity. When you've been named by somebody else, look at the word named backwards, you see the word demon. So when you've been like a cat will be in captivity, the master will shout at it, won't do nothing, you just look. The dog responds to every sound, and if it makes one wrong move, it gets beaten. You see. So These sounds that it's like a dog barking that you start saying rough, rough, me rough now, me rough. Because the dog's barking rough, you start calling yourself rough. So this is the first. We have to forget about the sound. The biggest lie ever told is that everything started with the word. Everything started with nature.
Yeah, have to be a sound. The sound will have to be there before the words. You understand?
Exactly.
And this is what they forgot, the sound.
That's right. And sound is as well. These words are disguised to hide the truth, because the truth is intelligence. Sound is energy and intelligence, because energy has to move in an intelligent way. So we connect with energy. So when we hear a beat, we can respond to the beat. It's not just sound. This is telepathic behavior. We are telepathic because basically, what does telepathic mean? Like a television or a telephone. That means tele means distance. Path means a pathway. So a telephone, that means a sound that travels over a long distance. A television means a sound that you can see over a long distance. Telepathic means you can receive energy over a long distance, and also we can just look at each other. We know what the man's thinking. We can hear a beat. We can know the move to make. This is the secret that they know. We are telepathic beings.
Family, rise up, family.
Rise up, brother Abu.
Give thanks, give thanks.
Rise up, Jamal.
Respect.
You know who is this talking?
It's...
Yeah, man, Sister Shaida.
Oh, Shaida. Hi, Shaida.
I'm still wait for you if you contact me about the book, man.
Yeah, you know what? I've really been bad on that side, so I definitely, this time around, I'm going to make sure you get your book, yeah? And you've heard it live on the radio, so,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because me's into this language thing too. And trust me, these people, them teach everything.
That's right.
Plagiarize.
Terrible, man. It's unbelievable. I tell you, it's unbelievable. How can you teach? You can go and rob a bank, but how can you steal somebody's language? Them man have designed they've designed the whole system to show like they've stolen our language, stolen the origin of where this language comes from.
So it's amazing. You're on Brother Abu's program today talking about language. Because on LBC this morning, they were talking about the very same thing. And I'm saying, because Kilimanjaro last week, he broke down that the English language, a lot of the words came from the Native American, like the Sioux, the Cheyenne, and so forth. And I'm saying, yes, there is something significant about this language thing that these people keep. What it was, they were talking about, English is spoken all over Europe, and now that they're out of the coming out of the Union, they're saying, English. They're afraid that English will not be spoken as often or as much. And I'm saying, look at these people. They're going on about English, and they don't even know where it come from.
Well, I think the thing is they do. That's why they're covering up the secret. They've done throughout the whole of their story is designed to cover up this weird language. They can't speak without us. They're really speaking anglicized African language because we gave them the sounds and symbols that they're using now. This is our language in reverse. This is what they're actually speaking. Because if you trace English, as I said earlier, it goes back to Germanic.
Phoenician.
Germanic goes back to Latin. Latin goes back to Greek. Greek goes back to Phoenicia. It's proven because they're calling themselves European. Europea was a Phoenician queen. Phoenicia goes back to Proto-Synthiatic. Proto-Synthiatic is a disguise. It's a hidden word. Proto means the beginning. Synthiatic means Sinai. Sinai is in Egypt. So they cover that Proto-Synthiatic to hide the fact that the language started in, part of the language started in Egypt. The other part started in Ethiopia.
Hey.
That's why we can do it so well. That's why we're the best singers. That's why we're the best preachers.
When he was talking about Jamaicans can speak. And I'm telling you, there's a part in Jamaica which is called, what you call again? Trelawney. And when them talk, they say, where you going to say, where you been there?
Even St. Elizabeth.
Oh, my mum come from St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
You go place like all up a Big Wood, and it's a different. It's like say you go through a different language here.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so that's where I must have got my thing from there, my mother.
Because every time they said, and they not tell you that Jonathan is coming. They say Jonathan better come.
Better come. And Jonathan better
Did that Allah?
And where you been there?
And where you been there?
This is what you call articulation, because we're taking sound into art form, because we'll be able to bend it and twist it and vibrate it back. This is they call punctuation in English, because pun means a play on sound. But they try to call it ebonics when we do it, but they call it an art form when they do it.
Yes, like Mama Lou say. Them say English derived from, but them say Jamaican what corrupt.
Yeah. English derived, but the patois corrupt.
Yeah,
You understand?
the patois corrupt. And she said, no, for our language derived too.
No, our language is original. We create language. They copyright language. All they can do is copy them, a copycat. You see, that's why they have copyright on everything. We come with the original.
Yes, because most of them European language, as you've just said, them all have them roots from the African language.
Exactly, the roots, the symbols, and the sounds.
In and out and round.
We taught everybody how to speak and write. That's the thing they can't get. We're the parent for everybody else. And this is what they cannot get their head around.
Say, when them finding a Timbuktu, them say about, the Arabs taught the Africans to write from right to left, and them read from right to left. A lie. The Arabs, we teach them to read and write.
Because all it is, you have to look at the first. The evidence that we come first. So we're the parent to everybody else. All the sounds that Arab comes from ancient Kemit.
And I'm telling you, although them destroy a lot of the libraries in Timbuktu, a lot of the locals, them them buried a lot underground, and them just now retracting them. So even though them things that them did destroy all of the libraries, then no, there was good and genuine people in Timbuktu.
And sometimes we think because we speak proper English, certain things ain't gonna happen to us.
I'm telling you.
You understand?
Some of us speak so proper we bite with tongue.
See, then we see one turning and one and then say speak proper English. A lot of children used to get slapped in their mouth because they were speaking their mother native tongue.
And the thing about it is, you see, because they reverse, they do things, so they receive energy that we give out. So when we start speaking proper English, we're stopping energy coming to us, because we're reducing our sound, and we're talking in a way that is reducing our energy coming to us high.
Yeah.
Hi, say, old child.
No, how to express themselves. These people are one of the most boringest people you can be among.
Yes, that's right.
No, man, them boring, man.
Because as I said, they're like a parrot. All they can do is copy. They give themselves the right to copy. They have every book that they've got is a copyright or a version. They do not have anything. They admit it. The thing is, the best way to hide something is in front of the person's face who can't see it. Everything they put has got a copyright. Everything they have is a version. Everything they do is a license, because they're lying. They have the sense to lie about the truth.
Boy, I tell you, my grandchildren, them. You think me are talking in my language and them no understand? What?
True, man.
No, man, them have to understand. What kind of nonsense that?
But I just want to say one thing. What it is, you see, all of these books and things that they think they've destroyed. There's a thing in the Metro today where there was a beach what was pure rocks, and in 10 days later all the sand come. We are that beach, we are the beach. So basically we have got all these books are about us, and all it would say, we push the right button, it's all going to come back.
True talk, my brother, true talk. And you know what? If only a lot of us would start reading, a lot more of us would start reading.
That's right. And actually as well, see in what you read, because in the word read, the first two letters of the word read is re means to go back. Add means to go back to see what's been added. So in the word read, it says go back and see what's been added.
Sankofa. Sankofa.
Wow. I can't wait to get some of your book.
Respect. Yeah, just keep tuned. As soon as I'll give it about it should be ready in 3 weeks, and it's designed as exactly a tool. It's not designed as a book tool. It's designed as a tool to use. Yeah.
Because I have some little grandchildren, and I go through it with them.
Just do that. Yeah, they'll go through. When they see it, they'll go through it with you. They'll be teaching you.
True, bro.
Yeah, but I'm glad to hear your energy, because we need the female energy, certain people that don't have the female, we need the female energy, because the mother is the teacher,
Yeah, man, exactly. We are the nurturer.
That's right, the scientist, the first scientist, the first language, it's the mother. You are the teacher for everybody else.
Man, I'm telling you. Anyhow, my brother, when is the next meeting for WAG?
The WAG, they've got their event on they're having a Invest in Yourself event on the 11th of June. And it's with brother Dougie.
Sister Juliet. And yeah, because she did send me, I did send her a thing for her to call in. Maybe if she'll listen, she'll give a call in.
Yeah, it's a Find Your Voice in Association, the Working Action Group event.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to be having, yeah.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you there.
Yes, I'll do that, yeah. Respect.
All right, my brother. Peace out.
Yeah,
Peace out, man. Beautiful vibration, Sister Shaida, putting in her quality word in the argument. And that's what it's all about,
Respect. And I just said the event that they're talking about is a working action, investing in yourself and your family. And it's on Sunday, the 11th of June. And it's at Chestnut Community Centre.
Beautiful, beautiful vibration. 0207-193-0174. Abu's here with the man himself, Jamas, and we're talking about us.
Yes.
You understand?
Us, And inside the word us is the word you, And they try to use you all the time. They come after you. That's why they use a J instead of the I. The I really was pronounced as a Y, so the real Jew is you. And they use us,
For real.
Yeah, look at the word the United States of America, use or USA, user. They're the user. So
and when I really check it metaphorically, because when I look at the whole thing where authorized, right, and you realize that they tell you that this is God who is good and this is the devil who is bad, metaphorically. Yeah? But when you go in the manual now, you realize that in this book, God do more wickedness than the devil.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't show me one thing where you can say, well, you understand? It always, you understand? And I'm saying that this is where we reach the government. Where a certain set of government can point to another government and say, don't do that or else. But that same government yesterday done worse than we man tell this one have to do.
Exactly.
So that in a way, God and government is the same thing that manufacture to all the people upon this farm.
That's right.
You understand?
Yeah. And to govern your mind,
we're not talking about the Almighty that create the all, whether male or female entity. We are talking about an entity that somebody sell you. You understand? And that entity, God, Jesus, Bible, is an entity of white supremacy. So you see, anytime you use any one of that, you will never do nothing for yourself, neither your people.
And that's right. And if you can't decipher that, because that's what the thing, I don't see nothing, but it's not been deciphered properly. Because just take the word Cain and Abel. Yeah, we are the able-bodied people. We're able to do everything.
True, man.
They can do things, but they have to copy us. So therefore, they are jealous of us. And if you put Cain and Abel together and say it fast enough, you get cannibal.
Yeah.
A cannibal is somebody who works against somebody else. And everything that they design is against us. When they say devil, they say a dark person in a hot place with a stick that look like a spear. That's us they're talking about. But funny enough, the Greek god is called Helios. And Helios Helios is a white man, but then Helios is in Egypt called Heliopolis. So basically, they use images like for every film. It's a if you look at every film, we're putting a negative light to them.
I see the whole thing about it. It's can kill evil, you know. It's not Cain, it's can kill evil. Because what they do, say for instance, evil is nature. And you develop something that is anti-nature.
Yep.
You know? So we don't look on can. Can is crime against nature.
Yes.
So when Obama come and said, oh yes we can, we never question him and say, which can are you talking about?
Right.
Because he was saying that he's coming with a crime against nature. We're going to change. A change is going to come.
Yeah.
And he said, oh yes we can.
That's right.
You understand? But nobody investigated and said, so what is can?
What is can? And funny enough, when you look at in Latin, can means white, like in candle.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Candid.
Yeah.
You know. So basically.
And so is pan.
And pan again.
And this is what I'm saying. Today, when we define and said, I am a pan this, you have to realize that you're saying that you're off.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you're off beast, off man, because the word pan comes from that definition.
That definition,
so you got to
yeah.
look in the people their mind at that time when they said
That's
that
right.
it mean all African.
And the thing about it is, the real thing about it is, your subconscious mind doesn't see the letters; it just hears the sound.
Sound.
It just hears the sound.
You
And when
understand?
you're told the fairy stories at a young age, that they stay in your mind, they stay in your subconscious. So when they're saying the word pan, you relate back to this creature
That's it.
that follows the sound.
Well, that's what it sounds. So what it do, it bind you. It bind you into. It's not the same as how you look at it as in colonialism, but it bind you in another form of form of colonialism with a camouflage.
Yep.
You understand, you know?
And it puts something on you like an entity, you know.
It obey you.
Yeah, entity, yeah. So even it ties something to what's in you. Entity, it ties it to you. Like even, and if you look at the word persona, per means through, sona means sound. So your persona is defined by the sound that you tie yourself to. Personality, personality. The last letters of personality is the tie. Persona is that you tie yourself to. So someone might be frightened when they hear a certain sound. That's their personality.
That's it.
Someone, when they hear a certain sound, they can sing. That's their personality. So they tie the sound to create your personality, to make you the role model. So they
That's
can rule
serious
it.
thing, because when I look at the history, that's from in the 14th century, these people were calling themselves British. You know, coming up. You know, and along the way in the 17th, 18th century, they're going to capture a set of people, let them in the country, and these people turn around calling themselves, and say, then what were you calling yourself before that time?
Exactly, that's the key to it.
Because nobody look at this timeline. You know, see, and for years we've been telling our children them that they are British. But what is happening to them is brutish thing.
That's right.
And we don't realize that by telling them this, that is what will happen to them.
Yep.
Because they're living with this. You understand? You know? They're living with this persona, trying to fit it, but it can't
False
fit.
identity.
Yeah.
False identity. And the funny thing is, they call you British, but they won't call you English.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You know, I was listening to a thing called Major Minor, and he said to him that, you know, so why don't you, treat me like a brother? He said, no. You know, I will accept you as a brother. But treatment is a two different thing, and this is what a lot of people doesn't understand. You know, the acceptance. You understand? It's like a fisherman putting a bait on a hook to catch a fish, because
right.
he know what the fish like.
And the thing is, in the word accept means to become a part of something. Like maniac, you become a part of the mania. You know, so
Form of addiction.
Cardiac. So when he's gonna accept, that means he's gonna make you a part of him, which you won't do.
For real.
You know.
For real. You know, he will acknowledge you.
Yeah.
But the treatment that you're getting is totally different. You know?
That's right. And when they treat you, it's a treatment, because they're treating your mentality. Treatment means mental, your mind.
For real. So all of the even natural selection that you have been taken away from you, and somebody give you a manual and say, no, this is how you select.
That's right.
You understand? So you find that Mrs. Monkey never look in a manual to look for your mate. You know, he make sure that he doesn't get a mate that is suffering from arthritis or mental disorder because he want to bring some healthy offspring.
That's right.
But when a set of people go through a farming on a plantation, they lost all of this selected method.
Yes.
You understand? You know, it's just like a man, him just eat, but him not eat the food to nourish him, he just eat for your belly full.
That's right, and we're blind, deaf and dumb because they've denied us the access to grammar. And grammar means when you can break down the meaning of the words. So basically, when we hear the word man, we don't realize it means hand. So that means you're just their workforce. You're their hand. Manual, hand, manicure, hand.
Andy, man.
That's right. So we're not processing what the words are. Once you're not doing that, that means you're understanding someone. You're standing under them. When they say the word exit, you move to that word, but you don't know you can't see what it means. You can't see that X means out. It's the way out. You can't see that X is out. So basically, you're moving blindly to the sound without question. When you got mathematics, they give you the answer, but they give you a set of letters, but they don't tell you why these letters equal that movement. So you're moving blind.
And so today we go on blind dates. You understand?
End up in a blind alley.
Yeah, and this is not our narrative. You know, see, so we try to behave in a certain way just to go along, to get along. And that's what really messing us up. Because I was watching a program where they cross a cat with something. And then realize along the way what the cross come out, it look beautiful, but at the same time it start to suffer from like arthritis. You understand? You know, and you realize that that's the same thing that they're doing with the people.
That's right. When they produce all these lovely grapes, they have no seeds in
That's
them.
it.
You know.
That's it. You know.
So it's all it's all dressed. It's all artificial.
Hybrid
Appearance. You know. But underneath the appearance is a false deformality.
And then when you look and you ask the question, why you do that? It's all for money. It's all for money. You go out there and you talk to somebody and say to him, why you do that? Why you do that? Why, you know, say, you know, I look security. But some people look at money as security.
Yes. Yep.
You understand, you know? And what should be your security is the truth.
The truth, and when you elevate the truth, as I said, there's a substance in your mind in Greek called a signa nigra, you know, and dopamine you've got. So that means you've got the ability to make yourself happy, and happy was in the now. So we've got the ability, we're in our right state to feel like the richest man on the planet, without any piece of metal or any piece of material around us, you know, or any Lamborghini. We already have it already. Other people, we original. Other people, the other races, for 1 second they want to be first. They'll do it. They'll create a football match or a Formula 1 racing just to have that feel, or climb up a mountain just to have the feeling of being first for 1 second. Because we already have that feeling.
No, it's true. You know, and sometimes we furnish ourselves, right? As them said, it's more easier for ugly to put on beautiful dress than beautiful put on ugly dress.
Yes.
You know, the bad man or the wicked man will act so nice that he get you to drop your guard.
That's right.
You understand? But it's all an act.
It's all an act.
You know, at the end of the day, you know, look at the work. Just keep on looking at the work.
Yeah.
Forget about what they're saying.
Yeah.
Just look at the work.
I like what you said. He's so nice. He'll get you to drop your gods, your gods.
Take it. For real. You know?
Yeah.
And you drop it so much that you become vulnerable.
That's right.
You understand? Because you do not know what you see. What happened to us? We lost the sight. We lost the sight of truth. The sight of truth is just like when they pull up at the traffic light. Yeah, first time when we meet one another, we used to see that aura around them. You know?
That's right. You
understand? And you could tell whether you want to stop and have a word with this brother or this sister. You know, see. But a lot of us, we lost it. And some of us who can see it get intimidated by others who are asking to want me, you can't stop and talk to you. And I said, no, not at this moment. Because the amber that I'm seeing around you understand?
Yep. And that's the thing. What is they're teaching us to behave like them, and because we absorb, we haven't got no defense because we absorb. So basically, we're taking on his behavior. The reason why our youths are killing themselves like that is because we're taking on his behavior. We're playing on his games. Yeah. We're watching his TV. We're reading his literature. We're watching his films. So we are taking on his behavior, and he does not like us.
Wow.
Because he doesn't look like us.
And some of us who don't even love ourselves, who want to look like others.
That's right.
Then I'm telling you, we are in a catch-22 situation.
That's right, because when he sees the black, he can see what he be lacking to be a king.
For real. Even the one, I go back to the same major man, when he said, how come you want me to always to be your servant? He said, when I look in your eye, I don't see the danger. That's when I look in my own.
Right.
You understand? You don't see it.
And that's why they want us to take on this surname, because then we're under the person we used to serve. That. Because again, it's the name thing. When you they give you a name to create an identity for you to take. As I said, we're the only person who will try a cat who will try to bark like a dog. We've got to start throwing away their words, throwing away their dictionaries, and start becoming self-defining. Like Marcus Garvey would say, refine ourselves.
As serious. We're going to play another interlude of music, and then we get back to some more vibration. Beautiful vibration 07 193 0174. And rise up to all the people who are texting in. Beautiful vibration to each and every one. 153, a beautiful vibration. And the other one that is texting these things, that's what I said. You we are talking about. And all of one can sit in their house doing.
That's right.
It's texting. I wouldn't use the word negative. I'd use the word disagreeable. Because we either agreeable or we disagreeable. Yeah. And this is why they come up with these negative. Because we have a lot of disagreeable people posing as positive. And it's only positive just mean oppose.
That's right. Yep. You
understand?
That's right. And some people are addicted to being negative because just like a TV, you can change the channel, but they want to stay on the channel because they vibe off that negative energy. They become like an addict for that negative energy.
No, it's not a negative energy.
Yes, unbalanced.
No, it's a poisonous wind.
Right.
If you go and check the word Sam, like where you have Uncle Sam.
Yes.
Sam mean a poisonous wind.
Right.
See, you go and check the word Sam.
I'm going to check that.
SAM. It's a poisonous wind. You understand? So it's when people behave in that non-progressive, see, it's like the difference between a pond and a running stream.
Right.
You understand? Even though mind sometimes the pond get dry up, all the oxygen gone out of it because it's not in a progressive. It's in a stagnant. So this is what they make them become like a pond. And you have all of these intellectual.
Yep.
They gather in the pond.
Yep. And the thing is, if you look at the word intellectual, then that's a fool word as well because it means sophisticated.
But that's what I'm saying.
Sophist is a Phoenician word for wisdom, but sophisticated means to take what's natural and make it unnatural. That's the real meaning. That's to make something that's real and make it unreal. To take the word sound and make the word phonetics. No skill, but you just appear to know more than the other person by playing a trick with the words.
It's a serious thing, as ones and ones always said, we are not the most high, but give thanks and praise that we are higher than most.
Most, that's right.
You understand, and we never said that we are better than. You understand, because you can use the same yardstick to measure everyone. You understand? But the conversation that me and you can have, we could not have it with others out there.
That's right.
First of all, they will start to call us, oh, you lie. Where you get that from? You're an idiot. You're a madman. You know them kind of way there.
That's right. That's right. Without even checking facts, figures,
we
and
don't
evidence.
check it. We don't even check it. And when you ask them, so where you get that from? Well, I'm here, sir. And this is what we're up against, my brother.
That's right. But we're bigger than that, so.
Well, it's a vibration all the time, all the time. Family, what say you?
Greetings, Galaxy.
Greetings, family.
Greetings to the ones in the house.
Eyes is eyes.
Yeah, your reasoning there. You know, they send a school from small. So, you know, when they imprint the European education into your brain at a young age, we grow up with it.
Yeah, man.
So, as the brothers and them defining all these words, songs, and things, that's where Galaxy come in, and parents, where we have to try to educate the youths in the right way and stop lying to them, you know? Because sometimes a youth will come and ask you a question and you will just try to buff it off so they will go away. We need to... Go ahead, brethren.
The person who's enslaved us is not going to give us the power to be equal standing. So we're the only set of people that will give our children to the enemy to be trained. So everything what you just said is 100%.
So what we got to do is unite, come together so we can have our own educational facilities that we can deal with the situation. Otherwise, we will be at a loss all the time.
True, man. You're so right.
Yeah, and I think another thing, what we have to do, we have to teach them the reality, because one thing we need to know is the grammar, because even the word education is you're going down the wrong road already, because ducate means the Duke's money. The Duke's money. So you're training to be somebody else's wealth. By education, that means the Duke's money. They're training you to be talented. Talented means money. So basically, in education, they give you to lesson you. So basically, we need to know the reality. They don't teach you. Look at the word lesson backwards. You see, they give you no selling ability, no ability to create your own businesses. You see, so this is what we have to do.
That's why them give you a bless to put in a less.
Yes. I give thanks to the knowledge.
Respect.
Thanks to Galaxy.
Rise up, family.
And continue to uplift ones and ones.
Respect.
Isis, beautiful vibration to the brethren all the time.
Yeah, respect.
All the time.
Yeah.
A lot of people talking about Get Out.
Yeah.
You know, but they can get out of they can get out and watch the movie, but they can't get out of the movie that they're in.
That's right. Yep.
Because it's like it's a movie that they're in. They're on a set, you know. But they don't know the director.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So every day the director have a director's cut.
That's right. And he gets his cut as well.
And get his cut as well.
For leading us down the blind alley, and giving us false role models to follow. Yeah.
Because when I look upon it, when I look upon it, life is like a big set. But them have us playing in props. And supporting role, but we're not even playing a proper role.
No, that's right. They put us in a supporting role. That's the role. But if you look at every film, Fast and Furious, the black man's the one standing at the back.
Yeah.
Every film there's the white man and the black man's the sidekick, and him get kicked usually. Every film. We're lucky if we last longer than 10 minutes. In a movie.
It's a lot of things, and we run and said, we start to glorify these things, you understand? But we start to glorify those that is creating image to even distract us.
Yeah, and it's a subconscious, a subliminal message as well that we're taking in. If you look at the movies, you see, well, even in the Get Out, the most scariest ones in there were the black people. So subconsciously, he's putting that fear into you.
No, it's a true thing, because I like to dissect these things, And one of the movie them that I don't really move to ever watch, is 1000. A lot of people, and I'm saying that, because I hear even with the radicalization, people talk about it, if you make picture of the prophet and all of these things. But how can one take your azan and turn your azan into ta-azan? And you never protest about it.
Yeah.
You understand? If you go down there in Dubai and all of them things, the 1000 is opening.
Yeah.
You understand, And if you look on it, it's a call. Because when 1000 go in that way, it's calling the animal. And when the Muslim go, it's calling to prayer.
Yeah.
But you see, true, we don't look uncertainty. We don't realize that these Arabs and these whosoever run the Hollywood is in bed. How they gonna mess up the mind of Africans?
That's right. And it's in behind what you see is the psychology. You know, and even if you just look what color a bin bag is, you know, it's like they're testing us to see if we're gonna have any reaction to what they do. You know,
Shanga B, Rise Up Shanga B, and you and I, one name, you know, see, Shanga B, where me was talking about, not this Sunday gone, the previous Sunday. I said, Shanga B, next time they come here, don't bring any more black bags.
Oh.
Try to get some different colors.
Right.
Make the children them see us putting rubbish in different bags, different from just black bags.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right. They're putting these things in front to see because even languages you land and you gauge the reaction. So they're saying it in front of the face to see if this one's small. Oh, okay, we can do more now. You know.
For real.
You know, because even if one never see the Planet of the Apes, you know, the Planet of the Apes. And it's their fear. But if you replace the apes by a black man, you can see what they're really frightened of.
Yeah.
It's when we communicate on one level, and our level is for self to define ourselves and break down the structure that's holding us. So there's subliminal messages that they're putting out, which is their fear. You know, but they're not putting it out directly to us, but it's there.
You see, we should have catch on from long time when they have us sing him. And we wasn't singing her.
Singing her, you know.
Him and her.
That's right. So
him alone.
Him alone, you know. And even they tell us we should not sin. But look at the word sing. Inside the word sing is the word sin. But funny enough, if you look at the word sin in Latin, it means to question. The Phoenician sound for sin is tooth. So basically it's to answer a question. They call it blaspheming. If you ask too many questions.
Real. And when they remove the K from that word, that's how you get the word sin also. You know, because it used to be SKIN.
Right.
And we used to question, what have you done to the Almighty that He make you skinless?
Right, that's it.
So if you don't want the question to ask, then you remove the K. They call it the K factor.
Right.
It's a different way. I kill hands of it now.
Definitely.
You know, see it of them people in a different mentality.
That's right. And even in the word sing to the hymn, you sing verses. Look at the word verses. Look at the letters in the word verses. You see the word serve.
Reverse.
Because they reverse. And that's the script that they're giving you to play the role model to.
No, it's a very serious thing when you sit down. And that was the beauty of those Rastaman and woman in those days gone by. How they can really take certain word, although it wasn't popular, but they make it today. It's one of the most populous word. You know, see, because as I said, Irie, we was not there.
No.
And today everybody is Irie.
Right, but the thing is as well, that's the thing about us. Everything revolves. Revolve means to go backwards. You know, so within us, we have they're frightened of us going back to our original state.
Really?
You know, because Irie, listen to the sound in Irie. Re means to go back. Respect means to look back. So we're saying the things what we need to do. Once we start to hear that, then we start moving. Once we can start to hear the word history, we can hear that he's telling us his story, like a snake is hissing.
I'm telling you, Brazil, since I Shaida can tell you, you're in Africa, and you hear in the ears, and you reach an understanding of what they're talking about. You're not I'm going to you can't repeat back, but you know exactly what, because even when the conversation done, you even said to them, said, so who upset you? And they said, oh, you know another. But they don't realize that those words was with us. It's in our DNA.
That's right. That's right.
You understand? You don't see it, you know. But it just take time, you know. You take that. I would never encourage our people to push our people in our classroom and said, go and learn this, go and learn that. No, get them in the environment.
Yes, that's it.
Get them in the environment, and in no time, then pick it up.
Yep.
You don't see it, you know. And if you want to pick up a language going to Africa, walk with the children.
Right. Wow.
If you walk with the children, because you're walking with a person that is not walking in fear.
Yep. And they're receptive to all energies.
As
you say that laughter and crying.
You understand, you know? And they're quicker to tell you what that is than even an adult.
Yeah.
Because some of the adults then get tied up in their Eurocentric mind and then rather call the word from the Eurocentric persona, think that they're impressed in you.
Yeah, Eurocentric by the Eurocentric. Yes.
You understand? So even if you're in the Caribbean, the children them. The children them sometimes will show you certain things where even certain adults won't show you.
Yes. And that's the beauty of it. It's all in the energy. It's all in the energy. The energy is intelligence, because the words are the disguise. Because basically, if you didn't have the words, the labels, the letters that they give for colors, you'll be able to feel the colors. You'll be able to feel the energy from each color. But
The
each,
chi.
the chi, and the chi is the crossroads. That's why it's written in a cross. That's the real meaning of the word tree. Is the symbol of the cross, because you're at your crossroads. Like when you cry, that's when you realize the reality of something.
You can leave from a crying to laughter.
That's right.
Yeah, then some people laugh till they cry.
Laugh till they cry.
Till they have stitches there. Yeah,
that's right. And you can't put a label. That's why the mistake of these words are, because we're flexible. You can cry and you can change your energy in a millisecond. You know, so you're not, when you say you drink too much, you can drink less. But when you put the label alcoholic on it, you're stuck in that word.
Yeah, for real. For real, because there's not a measurement.
That's right.
You understand?
That's
know,
right.
and sometimes a man can even wet up himself with alcohol and he thought that he drink it.
Yep, that's correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
You don't see it, you know. But give thanks. Whole heap of vibration. Here we are, the big G, Abu, alongside Jammers.
Respect every time,
You don't see it, and once again rising up all the people, Heinz. Brother Heinz.
Yes, Errol Heinz every time. All the speakers are Errol. And that's what you call a proper speaker. I mean, the best way, we learn by we absorb information. That's how we learn. So all you have to be is around people who can speak, and you'll find yourself speaking.
And true, man, I have to rise him up, because those brother, them know it.
Yep.
And they're not talking just a talk, it's the experience.
That's right.
You know, see it. And I can sit down for days and talk with Errol.
That's right. And that's real speaking, is because the Jamaican habit is the passion and the power and the vibration and the energy that give you out. That's what it's speaking, it's passing on energy. You know,
see it. But all of them things, when they really and truly set it up, it's set up by the same, it's all about problem, reaction, solution. The one that caused the problem, bring it to the news and make it become action news. And then later on they say that they are the solution, and you think that they are the solution. So as the brother said, when I watch a cooking program and I say, here is one that we cook earlier on. See, they always have one that they cook earlier on, you understand? And we have to start to look in these things and start to have our own investigator them on the ground. You understand? You understand, Jammers?
Yeah, respect that. That's the key.
Because if I can get you, yes, try that now.
That's right. We have to investigate everything that this man does. Yeah. Because they set it up to get a reaction.
Because if I can get it, have a look of force they are coming at it. Beautiful vibes, yes.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go on now.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That's good, cool. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, they set up the plan to get a reaction, and it's a major distraction to what we need to be doing. And as you said, we need to investigate what is really going on, because even the names that they give themselves is to position themselves. They call themselves Baron, Knight, Saints, First Class, and then they've got the Second Class, and we're supposed to be, what are we supposed to be? They've got the middle class, the upper class. If they're looking at themselves like that, how are they looking at you? So this is what they're doing. They're giving themselves names to position themselves. We need to do the same.
For real. As Brother Williams did say something a couple of weeks ago, and talk about, we must take the lane out of the road.
Yeah.
Don't put the lane in the road. When they put the lane in the road, some people want to think that they're in the middle class lane.
Right.
No, we're on the road, blood.
That's right.
We're all on the road.
That's it. That's what we have to do.
And when the rain falls, it doesn't fall on those in the middle class lane. Now the upper class lane, exactly. It falls on everyone.
Yeah, and that's it. We've got a common unity. We need to unite for our basics, food, knowledge, shelter, and create our wealth and invest as well. Invest, not support. We need to invest.
Yes.
You know.
A serious thing. You see, when in the 80s when Margaret Thatcher come in, she directly knocked out the support out of the community and have them in a competitive role.
Yeah.
You understand? Where you find that daddy couldn't even stay overnight now because of the one parent benefit and all of them.
Right.
You understand? But other mothers know that it's gonna cause an effect on their sons and daughters. So then find a way how to deal with that.
Right.
You understand? While others play by their book and destroy themselves.
That's it, yeah.
Because some people think that it was their right and their own independence.
That's right, yeah.
Not knowingly that from you have a child, there's no more independent talk.
That's right. And that's what we have to. These are people. They're not of color. You know? That's why they see everything in black and white, like a chessboard. So they're making a move like that. Every move they make, they're planning the outcome already.
For real. And they always make the offensive move.
That's right.
You understand? And so we're not playing that. We can't play. We don't know. On the chessboard is offense, defense. You understand? So in all your liberty, you know, we as African people, we always practice defense.
That's right.
All the things them that we have, whether the herbs them, is to defend the body.
That's right.
You know, it's not there to cause an offense.
Yep, that's right.
You understand? But when today when you go to a place called the pharmacy, no, they call it pharmacy, but if you move the P.
That's right. Look in the middle of the word, you see the word harm.
Yeah, if you move the P from there, you're gonna get harm. So if you continue to go to the pharmacy, you know, you're committing a form of suicide.
That's right, and you do, because that's it. They can't make you do it if you resist. You know, so they entice you to do it to yourself.
For real, I feel proud of doing it.
Yes.
Very proud of you. You know, where are you going? Oh, I'm going to the pharmacy. You know, but when I was growing up, it never called pharmacy or pharmacy. It called down the drugstore.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, I say, yeah. That's what them are going up here, drugs. Herbs, me have it. It's not. They never call it herb store.
No.
It called it drug store.
Drugstore, that's it. Because it's called. That's why it's called a chemist, because their chemicals put you in a mess.
Yeah, it can be in a terrible mess too. You understand? You know, but we're not looking and see when things have been authorized. You ever see who authorized?
That's right. That's right.
You know, I like this cartoon there, and I like to watch it. Called it Chicken Run.
Okay, I'm gonna see that one.
You want to Chicken Run?
I'll have a look at that one.
You want to watch Chicken Run? Right? You understand? We're getting very serious. Very metaphorically, you know.
Yeah.
Because the man buy a pie machine to make chicken.
Right.
You know, and then in raise the feeding contents on the chicken now, and then I wonder why they are fattening me up, but they don't realize that there's a pie machine around the corner. You don't see it.
Yeah.
You know, but if you follow it, if you follow the whole narrative, you know, you will see, you know, how these within these cartoons.
Yeah, that's it. And I just wanted to take something out of my book. But exactly what you're saying is, we don't see through this education they're fattening us up to be their slave. You know, because we use a page, just like a page boy. A page boy follow the messages of the master.
Of course.
They give us the page to read. And what do? We follow the instructions of the master in the page.
Yeah, of course.
You know, the Greek word for being on a child under instruction or punishment was called pay. Payos. So they're paying you. The payment is now the new form of the punishment to keep you under the control of the master.
Well, it's like the other day, you know, when Diana do that interview there, right? And a lot of us said, "Why?" I said, "No, I don't get off. It doesn't bother me because I know that because you're trained so good to do the man work.
That's right.
So good, trained very good. That's why you're there, and you cock it up." You know, but you haven't trained to serve your people. So what's gonna happen when you come say you're gonna serve them? You understand? And this is what we don't realize. You understand? You know?
Yep.
Because they become complacent. Some of us there, and we think that the man said, "Oh, and she's the first black MP," but they don't gonna use that because wasn't gonna love his Guinness Book of Record.
Yep. Yeah.
All these Guinness Book of Record, I'm the first one that climbed that mountain and that's not us.
They're addicted to having the feeling. No, we're first naturally, we're the origin.
That's true.
But they're addicted to having that 1 second feeling of being first.
That's it. And the reason why you have that, because you know that you're playing catch up.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is what I'm saying, that when we plug in so much that we think that we are so successful, that we can come to represent, we're not even representing ourselves, we're representing others.
That's right.
And then we'll use it to beat down others.
As I said, we're playing we've got another identity. We're playing the roles that they're giving us.
Yeah.
We're not moving to our self-development, our self-finement.
And the argument that we talk about, like, our people give their life for the vote, and I said, where? Where? You show me where. That is what they say to you.
Yeah.
You understand? And then when you say to them, okay, but tell me now, what do we get from going to the ballot box? Name me something that we receive from that. You understand? And you realize we receive nothing. You understand? And today there was a time when these overseers would whip you to go on the plantation. Today they don't do that. They whip you to the ballot box.
Yeah. Yeah, they whip you up. That's right.
You understand? But that's what it is.
Yeah.
So in a way they hustle you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
When it comes to this time now, you're gonna see the hustling.
That's right. Yeah, the real hustling.
The real hustling.
Because even the free, as the brother said, the freeing of the slave was a hustle, because
of course.
The things in the British Museum, they call it priceless.
Yeah.
Priceless is something you aspire to, but now you're free. That means you're worthless.
And you can
no
never,
value.
You can never be free if your artifacts ain't free.
Yeah.
Because your artifacts is part of your science.
Yeah.
And if they wasn't part of you, why would them have them under lock and key? Because if they never lock the door, some of these objects would walk out themselves. Because a lot of people doesn't understand the energy, the vibration.
Yes.
To know that if we come into this world, we said it's an 9 vibration that measure 9.
Yes.
At this moment we are living at a vibration that measure 4.
Yes.
You understand? So the things them that we should see, we can't see it.
Yes.
Because we below that vibration.
We're doing everything for them.
That's it.
Yes.
So you see, we get caught in a third dimensional, which there's multiple dimensions, different from just 3. We get caught under the 33, which we are coming from 360 degrees.
Yes.
So when I get my doctorate from these people who the maximum is 33 degrees,
yes.
So that means that I can't function
as a whole person.
From an old person.
Yeah, holistically, yeah.
You understand? You can't function from that level, from your full, because you have been governed.
Yeah, and you
just like that vehicle.
That's right. And you just be given an angle.
That's it.
Because that's at 30 degrees an angle. What is the angle? The angle is the root where it's crooked or bent.
You understand? Them either put you on an angle or a method. And it's the same thing that they built their religion from. If you're going to talk about Anglican, you're going on a different angle.
That's right.
If you're going to talk about Methodist, you're going on a different method. And if you're going at a Baptist, you're going from a different practice. But them have them all over, and today...
That's why it's all a version. Everything's a version. Which is not original.
But ones and one with murder their own brother, put them out, despise them because they don't take up a different angle or a different method, see it, or a different practice.
Yep.
You understand?
They've been trained to look at things with one eye closed.
For real. For real.
And they're frightened to see when both eyes is open.
Yeah. And as I tell you, that's why I like that movie, because in that movie, in Chicken Run, the rooster was promising the rat that when he laid the egg, he's going to give it to him. They make arrangement for a certain amount of egg. When him lay them, we got a rat, we have them. But it's the same thing. They're making us promise. That they know they can't fulfill, but true, we don't know that they can't fulfill it.
Yeah.
We put on our part.
Yeah.
You know, waiting for these ingredients to put inside the pot.
Yep, definitely.
You know, see?
Definitely. And even the word prom is an occasion.
Yeah.
You know, and a mist is a mist. So you're getting a promise, you're getting an occasion that's going to put you in a mist.
That's it. You know, and you're sitting there waiting for it. You know, see, you find that some of our people today, them say that, oh, you know, I'm going to see the specialist, you know, and they will buy a new dress to go and see the specialist, even get their hair done.
Yeah.
You understand?
That's it. They keep you waiting to turn you into a patient. You know, so then they can bring the doctor in and you. It's a serious, you know, but we can rise up from that, you know, because I just want to, as I said, they're still using our Medinetra, so I just want to quick.
You understand? Because growing up in certain things where you sing the song that all things white and wonderful, all creatures great and small, all things white and beautiful, the Lord God. You understand? And you want to grow up with these things, and these things where I see we used to sing with passion.
Yeah, on the Christian soldiers marching to war, you know.
You understand? Wash me, Lord, that I be white as snow. You understand? If you don't mind, you even get a sweet if you sing it that good. You understand? You know, you get a scratch on the back.
Yeah.
You know, see it, and these are the things. Then you get a position.
Yes.
You understand?
You get it's a possession.
Of course.
Because they're giving you an identity, a role model to step into.
Correct. You know. So in a way, it's like whether they take away your purpose.
That's right. They take away your purpose. They take away your culture. They take away your direction. You know. Or your elevation. They give you a direction. Dire means you're in trouble when you're in dire circumstances. You know.
Dire straits.
Dire straits.
Beautiful vibration. Yeah, we have a call here. Rise up, caller.
Greetings, great Galaxy Eternal family.
Greetings, family. Rise up all the time. All the time.
Thanks, you know, Emperor Abu, and they are a brethren.
Jamas.
Family man. They would have I'm a family.
Yes,
that's right.
You know, my sister, my brother, and my entire family. I love it, King. I love it.
Give thanks.
Yeah.
Give thanks.
I just can call her, you know, Ras Goodman, yeah?
Yes, my brethren. Give thanks.
Yes, King, I hear the item I deal with, like, you know, I ancient culture and writing and wording. I once want to ask the item, you know, help me out in some word here. I've seen in an article where they said the Sumerians was the first person people that do writing. They can explain to the audience who these so-called Sumerians was.
Well, do you know?
No, you go on.
I haven't got the full information, but I'll speak from what I have. And basically, I think they a cuneiform style of writing, but there's no actual physical evidence of it being deciphered. So there's no evidence. There's the earliest evidence.
Yeah, there is no physical evidence that the hieroglyphs.
That's right.
I've been decipher, even though a lot of them is saying this, because a man named Walter Williams is telling us in his lecture and his book named The Three Dirty Religion. I don't think man is familiar with it.
No, man, I know Walter. Yeah, man. Very, very brilliant. You know, because he's telling you that certain things never exist.
Yes. For the biblical line, they just make up story like that.
It called allegory.
Yes, King.
Because you see the flood, the Noah flood, taken from the epic of Gilgamesh.
Yes, King.
You know, so them plagiarized one thing, and it was like a play. And you bring the play into existence and make people put fear in it, and people are telling that God destroyed the world and he's going to hate people did left and all of these things. These are fairy tales there.
Yes, King.
Yeah, what I'd like to add to that is everything has been designed to hide the fact that ancient Kemit was the origination and the parent of the writing and the written systems for every other nation on the planet. This is the whole design. They're designed to attack our memory. Memory, listen to the word memory. Mori means our blackness. We're the Moors, we're the original travelers. The original travelers have to make the first boats. The first boats were the only people to go out and give the information to everyone else. The Greeks only knew where to come to because we've been there first. So we educated every other system on the planet, and all of their stories are designed to stop that reality or deny us the fact of the reality.
Yes, King. I do aware of all these things. I'm trying to. Well, when one is loaded and walking around, I want people to know and try the best of the people to know and they can realize it. Because they tell all your whole family and they tell you, oh no, well, nobody's gonna change me from being a Christian and all them kind of things. And you say, well, yeah, nobody's changing, trying to enlighten you, study the thing where it comes from. They're documented proof, there about the history of the thing. Them you've got to dig in and find the history. But through these things based upon fear, like they teach you said no, don't go and read nothing more outside, for them back because that's free me and satanic and all these.
Yes, that's right. That's it.
They have the whole world in fear and trying to push lower people in all these fear. But me burn down all them fear, King, and burn up all them Jesus thing.
True blood.
Because they come from out there and we know that.
That's strong blood. That's strong. See, because the biggest war that we're fighting now, is a family war,
Yes.
You understand? Even before we get to Wazungu, we have to get to some of the family members, because some of them don't even want us to be ourselves. They want us to go along to get along.
Even the Rasta movement from back home,
real.
We could have seen them things how them doing, and you can see now that you have all people of all them here. No one is a style thing, and then when they look out upon the original Rasta man, you can. I love the family because me the man them talk about how around them things. They're right,
But it's true,
but I listen to them program and I say, oh yes, I'm so glad because I was walking with these things for years inside of me, and I'm wondering. One day if it's just me know these things, how me I get them communication. But when I hear all the them program, I hear all my family, the sister and the virgin them and the queen and the kings them talking them things, I say, yes, you see them things are really natural and the creator I reveal it out to everyone now where people can know. So well, yes, these things is happening.
A serious thing. You see, sometimes when I come on the radio and I say to a one that there is no Rastaman in England. What we have is students of Rastafari.
Yes, sir.
You understand? There is no Rasta man and woman in this country. What you have students of Rastafari, and some of them is naughty students.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Because the true Rasta man, you think that the true Rasta man are go in a boxing ring and partaking of them kind of thing. He not do that.
No, King. When you hear that, say fire, man.
You understand? You know, see. So no matter what.
When I man use them, yes, King. Sir.
No matter how much locks you have on your head and go in a ring. You understand? That doesn't make you. And this is what me and man say about you see the Rasta man there fight. I said no, I see a brother with a long hair.
Yes, King.
You understand? We have to be real here. You know, see.
Yeah, well, we start educate. Well, education is coming from there. They're taking it to higher, low, and wider level. I'm high now on this radio program, which I so appreciated.
Respect.
I don't know if they are familiar with the theocratic movement, the Bongo Light and them man, they used to do the theocratic movement in Jamaica. Me used to chat up with them man, they would do all bingy and thing around the place freely and thing. And I remember one time when I 16, I grew up, King. The man, them carry me in Jamaica house. So me live the dreams, so could I go there, them carry me in Michael man, regarding when in the 1970s, 1973, when the man them deal with repatriation and reprobation.
That time, them, my brother, I don't cut you, but remember them time the Spear was singing socialist music, you remember?
Burning Spear.
Yes, he was a socialist. It's because after the political things, commanded go back on him words.
Yes, King.
And that's why you see certain man start to use Rastafari. Like man said to him, said, anyway, don't just not up a year and just use Rastafari. But you see, they don't go use Rastafari as a bait because they wasn't living it, blood.
Article.
You know, see it? So some people don't like hear that. But it's true, because when they die here, then hear the Rasta man them talk about these men, you know, see that they give so many valuable asset to, and then go and then squander it without some Babylon and then start live out some Babylon life and forgot them brother in the hills. If them just send all a £10 go give them, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the lyrics where you hear some of them man here sing, and some Rasta man and some brethren and sisters write the lyrics.
Well, yes, because and show them all the things
That's it.
for a long time. Because even though they have, if you say even Marty
Planner.
Some community and movements, and it was like in Marley, we got in Bob Marley, it was like enlightening Bob Marley to some of the things we had to go there.
Yeah, man.
And the words they used to use and all that.
Yeah, man.
The rest of man, we see the thing from long term, from Marcus Garvey coming straight up.
The whole Ivy Roots, the whole Ivy Roots, man, them roots, man, there, where they up in the St. Thomas Hills, them, Daddy Love and all of them, man, there, you know?
Yes, sir.
Them time that you have a man called King Emmanuel.
Yes, King.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
You know, see? So you see what we have here, man. And as I said, go and look at the passport. Look at the passport and see what's in there, because that should tell you where are different. And none of them have Rastafari under that passport. All of them have Catholic, Church of England, Methodist and all of these things. So we must not there come fool and come to England, come to some certain people and live certain life and I'm about to see a Rasta man do that. No, see a long year man they behave like a Catholic.
King, I mean, to stay true to certain things and to live up to, because it was a searching period, things and people, see things and do things. But there is a line sometimes we not to cross. But
that's
it's
true.
like we was like searching for, for the thing and for the aspect of the thing. And, a lot of us get, because as I say, it's the other man yardstick and them, I do everything. So until we get ourselves united now and, start organize and centralize and do what they are them do with and keep the family informed and do the family work, take care of the family, the elders, and so when you go out there and you get a right band and you carry teen and it's a cut up for the whole family and the friends and good neighbors and all them things. So that's what they are them do with the family. That's what family is all about. But we have to do those things. But people differ along the way still, but I don't really just judge of certain people in certain aspects. If I reason with them personally, I say, well, certain things and so and then hear them, for them definition the thing, because people individually will go through some soul searching, on our road sometimes when we are deal with the inner one and ourselves. There's a lot of options.
I remember in the early 60s when we used to go to a place called Spring Garden. Yeah?
Well, me there and the man that do this reason about the sound thing and
yeah, Coxon.
Yeah, when the man talk, it's so weird. I remember, the man was talking with him when we talk because go for St. Thomas. Go for license.
Up a license. Up a Pavilion there. Me used to go to school at Pavilion blood.
What up a need and pen?
Yeah.
I talk peeled up his store and I get afraid. I'm telling people not send me back.
Up a Johnstown.
Yes, up a Johnstown.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
see? Out a Capra.
Yeah.
Out a Capra factory.
Yes, Capra, yeah.
I know your talk. I'm Button Factory. Yeah, don't know right games out of Pavilion where we used to go to school.
Yes, King Pavilion. That's the first place I see Bob Marley when I used to dance. Bob Marley when they come from the stage, he couldn't even sing a Richard and Peter and Bunny and Marley. And I do it the man really does so much height with the collie that.
I don't have the.
Come on, them time the souls, if they were locked with souls, that's the first time that they spot the man,
That time you used to have an Indian man out of license called Lala.
I know the name, but I can't picture because.
You have Lala. And Mr. Barkley, who used to be, I think Mr. Barkley was a councillor or an MP.
Well, here now, the Barkley, them used to look after Buster Manty.
Yeah, because they were labor right.
Yes, I remember already. You know the man birthday. I think one of them was my godfather from the comedy in the Church of God. And they bring me that in a hot bench. I go up in there. But yeah, a quick little thing I relate to there. Them me used to sing and all them things there and do the choir sometimes. Me used to sing solo songs certain time. I do a meeting when we then do like in the week meeting. And one of the day now, I sing this song and I used to put me effort in it and chill let me nothing. So one day now, my grandmother and go up in grandparents and we decided, okay, I'm going to change and try to sing another song now. Yeah. I'm a real song whole day, King, and I look forward to go sing this song. And I so I'm going to the church, King, and them call my name and I step up in the church. And King said, King, my biggest, I say, until no King, I try to remember everything, the song, and I could that until I said the whole place get silent for about 3 minutes and then them say, all right then,
Wrong chord.
The whole song, I'm going to sing the whole song. But like me kind of almost hum it and talk it because my heart was in it because I was so geared up to sing the new song. But after over the years now, after I come and see Rasta and start to know more about I and myself, I realize, no, the creator never want another part, never want
that's it.
No more status to go no further in a that system and so I say, oh, there is a reason for something until you realize the reason. No, King, I never was to go further in the church with this singing thing, glorify,
true, man, because there was a part there was a part when you used to go up at the Bimbi. A lot of people call it Bingi, but it's Bimbi. The Bimbi they used to call it, you understand, Wow. When they jump towards the deities, And they used to sing this song. I remember we up in the Needham Pen up at up at the river coast, the Johnson River there.
Yes, King.
You know, see it. And the man they that sing, take a sip, my brother, take a dip, another dip, and hold fast and never let go. No matter where the people in the church, mates. Because the people in the church that thunder them, hold fast and never let go. What the church do then take with that same music and turn it around and say, no matter what the people in the world may say, hold fast. You understand? So if you don't know where certain things are come from, they plagiarize the Rasta man, the Bingi man, them song, and bring it back in the Pentecostal church. Right. Cause they use the Pentecostal and the evangelist to liquid the pecomina.
Yes, King.
You understand?
Because I'm telling them, man, I sent them as you have to fuck with me. But they never really get me. Because and I think them days of fear around and I'm not. All it nowadays, when the Babylon, them have it to say about pagan. I'm back home, they used to say, oh, because the man used to, and the woman, they used to sing some song and roll some drum.
A true man. With all the talking drum there.
A blind man, brother Papa, he used to play the drum. He used to play on the drum and blind, the man play all the drum.
Yeah, man.
Them foot, King.
Yeah, man.
You know him good.
Yeah, man. The man that used to master pan kumina, man.
Yeah, man.
Master pan kumina.
He used to carry water. That man, no good walk with talk with the youth. Yeah, them used to blind, but him used to carry water from Mumpella there up at Needham.
Up at Mumpella Spring there.
Yes, King.
And them have my brethren, my grandfather used to have a bush grown right up at the road there, after you pass Bab Guava.
Yes, well, me live up at Bab Guava,
Well, there you are.
Come in, standard them and my family, them the name Evans, and me live up there, so up at them place in the time me I grew up here.
Well, our family was Jones.
Jones,
yeah.
Some Jones, that's what I call picture everything now. We give thanks for the connection, King, and the good works with them I do. So I need to come and sit there them half years still.
You're free blood.
And start do my personal contribution. Because I may have to put them things in place. Even tell my family themselves if they have a little trust and things. They say, no, I just me.
No,
everybody's individual.
No, man, try put
aside the far picture. One time when my brother leave Kingston and come at country, come see me a plant some mahogany and mahogany and mawo tree. We get and I say, Skip, what are you doing? What are you doing? I say, I plant them lumber tree. I go live to see them things. I say, man, look on you. See, when me there town, we don't know, you see them coconut tree with them.
Somebody plant them there.
When me down there, we don't know my grandfather plant them.
That's true, man.
They let me not live, man. Other man, we come inherited same, man. And the tree them down there, some of them ready right now to cut. They still live, so tell them things they grow up. So, you know, this is the thing, you know.
All the
know,
time fire.
People not looking at the broader picture and the future, and even here the present. Them things say, okay, just a thing now, but us other people was here from the beginning, and we shall be here. Continue as far as wherever the cosmic or the creator or nature, whatever want to take us and bring us.
I see what thing Rasta man. You know, as
it's part of the everything, you know, and everything is.
As the I said, you grew up in a St. Thomas. You know how many Jamaicans afraid of that parish?
Well, yes, they have the fear about it.
You have more Jamaican that are foreign right now and they never go to St. Thomas. Yes. You know, because the European man tell them certain things and they run with it.
On the sea down there. What's all blessed nice parish, man.
A true blood, a true. The whole thing is good, but when one I tell you that one is better than the other, then you lost your mind.
Yes, King. You know
see?
We know in them things, King. We just know say anything the creator set it's for a reason. That's why for my youth now figure out what me say, yet lime and orange and them things there.
Yeah, man.
And yet the creator put knock up on the trees a reason. That's why some things, you know, you come smooth, but some things you have to go through some little challenge.
But look on the rose. Look on the rose. It's so beautiful, but it have a thorn.
Yes, King.
You remember then Courage? You remember Courage, my brethren?
A nickel, through original nickel them.
But that one more deadlier. That one that make you have to go roll in the dirt.
This is Courage.
Yes. Especially when you got a bush, you have to know breeze are blowing now.
Oh, what terrible King.
Yeah, because if the breeze blow it all for you, so you have to walk up ahead of the wind.
You family, I love to hear their advice and I family, the whole I family doing all these things. I
all the time, blood.
I'll see them soon, you know.
Give thanks, blood, and we link here.
Yes, I am the whole family of the galaxy, man. I you know.
Respect. All the time, man.
Until this time doing this work. Bless up, continue. I mean, full of rise up.
Rise up, everything, my brethren.
The Ice King.
Walk good, my brethren. Walk good. All the time.
King.
Beautiful, beautiful vibration from a Rasta brethren there, you know, see it, you know. Jammers, yes.
I had some information on the Sumerian cuneiform, stated around 3200 BC. Consists of pictograms, abstract signs. Cuneiform signs were made or written with stylus or on clay, and there was about 600 signs. The script was used to represent the sound of the language. This is the form of writing that they're trying to push up to claim was above Kemit, but funny enough, none of them know how to read it or can understand it because maybe it's not their language. You know, they're trying to push it up, you know, but basically they're trying to claim Stone Age, Bronze Age, or Iron, but we created this Bronze and Iron, but we've got a Golden Age. They haven't got a Golden Age, you know, so we are the gold. You know, so basically, yeah, that's it. They're using the languages to push up, to try to become ahead. If you look at the word Google Proto-Indo-European, and you'll find out it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It was created in the 19th century to try to claim that Europe was the forefront of writing. So this is the scheming that is going on. Amongst, if you look at any charts, they're trying to dismiss the contribution that we've made to art, science, writing, and sound. You know, so now it's our time to shine. As I always keep saying, the next revolution is the revolution of the mind. So don't get left behind.
Beautiful, a beautiful vibration. Rise up to the tech sender. A beautiful vibration to you. Rise up all the time. You know, and all people, silence listeners, them rise up. You know, rise up to the brother. We say, yeah, man, you bring back some memory from the St. Thomas Road. You know, it's that, you know, because when you live in them place and see certain things, then it's not like so you read it, you live it. You understand? And a lot of people they doesn't understand it from that perspective, because right now we're up against the man with a piece of A4 paper. He have no experience than nothing. And who credit him is the same one who beat him up yesterday. You mean beat him up yesterday and give him creditation today and him feel that him happy. And him happy with it. You know, see it, you know. He said, nothing wrong with that one accumulate something, you know. You understand? Because, you know, you work for that.
Yeah.
But when you got to think that that is the ultimate, you know, there's not another thing. So even the other man with fame thing, they look down upon him because you have this. And these are the things that we have to come out of.
That's right, really, because the really happy is in the Nile, you know. So if your mind is not thinking towards the Nile, it's a false kind of happiness, and you're in denial.
Yeah, because you think, I was looking on, I think it's YouTube. Somebody sent me one of them snap thing, and I see a man, I teach a dog for count, and he said to the dog that 3 and 2, and the dog go woof, 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 woof 5 times, and he said like that said 3 minus 2, you know, kind of way, and the dog barked toward it, and somebody said, you understand? So it's not because the one is so trained, doesn't mean that they're following their own narrative.
That's right.
You understand, you know? And this is what we have. We don't have education, we have doctrination.
Indoctrination, yeah.
You understand?
That's what they take our little ones and put them in a nursery school.
That's it.
When they're not even sick.
I'm telling you, and it's just a start, you know, because I remember, as I mentioned, nursery. When we used to go, we call it basic school back home. When you used to go to basic school, you know, you said, children, and you said, it's exercise time, you know, and this in this exercise time, them a prepare, you know, they said, hands up, and you put your hands up, and they say, hands down, fly like a bird, reach and touch the sky. And when you grow up, you realize when the police say, hands up,
that's right,
spread eagle. You can't think, say you don't understand what I'm talking about. They teach you all of these things.
And when they teach you to follow instructions as well. So they say a sound. The ones who respond just like the trained dog is the one that gets the biggest praise.
That is it. You know. So all the thing with them I tell you to fly like a bird. The police doesn't call it fly like a bird. It says spread eagle. You understand? So when I go out and a man say hands up, you can't say you're doing it because you've been there from them exercising that
from day one. You're moving without controlling your own self. It's just like hypnosis. You're on a form of hypnosis. When they tell you to jump, you jump. When they tell you to shy, you shy. When they tell you you're coward, you're a coward.
It's proper groovy. them have a song when you come into school, and they have a song when you leave school. I remember that song. Glory be to the Father, glory be to the Son. Now the day is over, night is drawing night. Shadow across the evening, peeping across the sky. And then teacher, glory to the Father. Glory. And when you grow up on that, and you kind of realize that it's a doctrination.
Yep, definitely.
Then,
because they put the fear in you with the fairy tales.
Of course.
You know, make you frightened of everything black. You have your own self. You know, and you're frightened of your own self, and you're frightened of everything fairer than you with the fairy tale.
And the nursery crime. You know, see it. Let down your hair. I know we all want to let down here where we don't even have. Rapunzel, let down your hair. You understand, you know? So we end up in our way from these nursery crime. We don't matter if even a frog kisses us.
That's right.
Why is we gonna turn into a princess?
Princess, I want to be Snow White.
You know, it's a beautiful vibration, beautiful vibes, Jamas. I'm gonna tell you, it's always been a pleasure having the idea.
And it's always a pleasure being in the ancestors love you to share.
Yeah, man. You know, so. It's some wonderful work there you do, and you know, I just hope that the book. You know, because a lot of people out there wait
for this
book.
So it's taking its time to get to the now the right knowledge is coming in there. So, you know, even me, I'm learning as I'm doing this book daily on a daily basis.
That's how it go, blood. Yeah. That's how it go, you know, because as it said, I want constant learning, you know, from the womb to the tomb.
Yeah, for real.
You know, see
I'll just give you a word, afraid. If you look at the word afraid, it means creative spirit. Afra means us. So in that word, afraid, they're frightened of our creative spirit.
Of course, blood, because we're always in that creative mood, always in that invention. You know, to be always inventing things.
That's right.
You understand?
That's right. Because they play things by chess in black and white. They can't calculate for the moves that we make. That's unseen.
Really?
Powered by the unseen.
We have a call here. Beautiful vibration. Rise up, caller.
Abu.
Rise up.
Yes, respect. I just wanted to add something to your conversation. Two things, I suppose. The first thing is, whilst we are talking about whatever we're talking about, as people who've been oppressed over many a year, on the big table, there's been an election in France, and the Rothschild guy named Macron hasn't led a party, don't have a party, and don't even have anybody backing him.
Right.
But the media done a good job. He's won the election. And that's the first part of his nightmare. The second part of his nightmare is something subtle that sometimes you kind of have to look at it. There was a scandal about he had an offshore account in the Bahamas.
Right.
And him saying never have one in the Bahamas, etc. And then we're going to sue Le Pen.
Right.
But he do have one in the Caymans.
So did they find out that did he have one in the Bahamas then?
Well, not in the Bahamas. Everybody can mix up the Caribbean, but it's Cayman Islands in it.
Right.
That's the information I got. That's why I'm kind of like get him straight. This is a banker. This is a banker, a personally picked banker. This is a boy who married in teacher. When he was 15, into that woman, and she did by his side right now. A big woman with him. He's 39, she's 60, whatever. I ain't saying, I'm not the love police or the sex police or the bedroom police or nothing. That's not my concern.
Yeah.
The point is, there is a thing about nationalism. I'm gonna put it to you because.
No, just come. What's your take? What's your take on the situation? Would you say on the nationalism?
There is a movement. There is a movement, and a correct movement about having a house and having the right to lock your door, back door, front door, and invite who you want in.
Yeah.
And it seems to me, and I'll have to say it, Galaxy's been on the wrong side of this, because you guys are pro-EU, which means pro anybody come in your front door.
You know that.
Know them.
You know that we are pro-EU. I'm not in or out with them thing there, no blood.
You may not be in it. You personally may not be in it. But when you've had the big shows talking about it,
all right,
you
okay.
can't say you weren't.
I speak for myself, brother Reese. Reese, I'm speaking for myself. You understand?
Put yourself aside. Because if you weren't for it, then you should have spoke up when it mattered. The fact that you were silent and those who were for it
silence
were pushing it.
If you hear
silence is actually essence, my friend.
No, my brethren. No, everyone have the right to talk with them. I can't tell a man what to do. You understand?
I agree with you.
You understand?
I don't disagree with you. But you have to understand.
Yeah, I know what you said. I know what you said, blood. I know what you're saying. You understand? I know
watching,
I know.
You're in the Caribbean, they're watching and listening. In America, they're watching and listening. They hear some of the argument and take it on as well. Even my argument, even some of your man them will take my argument and put it. I hear myself over this. So I know what I do. I know what I've done. I'm not the broadcasting. I know what's. It's just anyway. The banker is in, but these guys are desperate. These guys are desperate because if I said to you, Abu, if you, all right, let me just say, for instance, you just said you weren't pro it, right? I never heard you say you was against it, but neither here nor there. Since people, let me put it on people then, them out there.
Yeah.
Since people they believe, say, our argument, my argument as a victim of colonialization, racism, and slavery. And I want to talk about Jim Crow and the American hustleman. Since we ain't been paid for that, but every black person who's on any platform is pro-EU. And all of a sudden, people that were not part of the Industrial Revolution, that's a lot of white people here, and black people were in this country under that too, right? The Industrial Revolution was brutal to the ordinary person, right? The ordinary man underneath. That's everybody. Yeah. That's all I mean. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of black people was on Nelson's ship. A lot of people don't know nothing about nothing. And they don't give a man like I to say what's what. I'm a historian. But no, don't talk, because what you say, don't say. Anyway, forget that. That's me bigging it up. I don't want to big myself up. The point I'm making here is, this thing is not a parochial thing. This is a grand chess game that people think is played up there that don't have an effect on you. And it does have an effect on you every move they make. And even a little guy can see what's being played at the top and can say, no, you don't move this, sir. Move it there, sir. But if you keep cutting yourself off the feeling you don't have a say, or you can't have a say, or you can't change because they're so powerful. They've been so powerful for so long. They've been powerful for so long. You can't do nothing. Forget it.
Of course, we can do something. If you notice, even before the Brexit and the referendum, I always said that we as a people should have a meeting to decide whether in or out. We have to take this lead. You understand?
I agree with you. But the argument was not had. And when I came on the radio station, you had a Green Party. Look, the Green Party is controlled by a Jew named George Soros. It's a joke. The whole of the climate change thing is Black Lives Matter is George Soros. You have to know what big money does and what big money make people think to make them come big, to make you think they have something to say. They've got nothing to say. It's a script. You got to understand that, at least that.
Well, brother Reese, I think you should put yourself up that we really elect you as one of our representatives, you know, and you could even go independent, you know, because you have the argument.
Yeah. I'm an educator and a historian, and I've got my own works working on, and I've got to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I've invested my time in, and I don't like politics because it's.
But you could advise others out there. You could be one of the advisors, because you understand. Because I mean, what you say is some clarity. You understand? I will say when I get a chance to say, and I would use the mediums that are available to say something. And if I say something, I back it with the historical record, not my historical record. It is what happened. The problem is some people control that narrative and say, don't look at that and don't mention that part there. And that's not the whole. You can't complete a puzzle if pieces are missing. True.
You can't complete a puzzle if pieces are missing.
True, my brother.
That's what I do.
And you can't start the book that just start in the middle.
You get that. I was going to say something else, but it slipped my mind, and I know you're on your own show. But Abu, for you, nursery rhymes are not fairy stories. Fairy stories and nursery rhymes are different.
No, we call them nursery crime.
I get that, but yeah.
I know what you say, brother Reese. I know what you're saying, you know. Give thanks.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Give thanks, my brother. Have a wonderful day, beautiful vibration, and that's the beauty of us in the community. You can't measure everybody with the same yardstick. You understand? You know, I was watching somebody show me this clip. I don't know if you see it coming, where this man woke me up, this Chinaman woke me up in shop, and him see a man asleep, and he wake up the man.
Right.
And it go on like for a while, you know, see it, and him a heat, and the man did and him run him, you know. And he woke up the shop one morning and he never see the man. So him go back now and look on the CCTV camera and him a look and him a say that the reason why film shop not get graffiti is that same man there run with the man them.
Right.
You know, man all come for all pay him shop and the man run them. You know, see it, and one man come to do some things and the man a defend the shop and the man stab him, kill him. And the man a look back and say, imagine, I was treating this man this bad and this man was doing things. Because sometimes you don't see the goodness that I want to do.
Yeah.
You understand? So we have to try to learn from certain things.
Because even like flies and rats, we turn to it, but they're cleaning up the place.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, when we should have really tried to have a relationship with these insects, we buy pest repellent. You understand? And I run them down. You know, see it. We don't have no link with nature, but we have a tin in our house called air freshener.
Yeah.
In our tin. Jammers.
Well, hey, I can't say nothing to that, you know, still. Because
no, but it's there.
It's true, you know. In that tin,
organic ear to even tell it. Oh, it's organic ear in the tin. You know, see it. And these, you know, we call the air freshener. For you just warm up the wind and make breeze blow through the place. Yeah. You know, see, but you see, the cave always need air freshener.
Yeah.
You understand?
No natural breeze.
You know, see, that's why those women that they call witches used to get certain herbs and bring it. You know, see it, you know. If you know the history of the European woman, you know, they beat nature out of them, you know.
Right.
Nah, man, if you go and talk about the Dark Ages, they was beating nature out of these European people. And when you beat certain things out of them, then you can use them later on to go and abuse others.
Right.
So the condition within condition, you remember, you know, if a European woman did wool on and even a little piece of a twig, you know, she brought a witches.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, hold on to nature.
Yeah, so them beat it out of them.
Yeah. That's how they treat their own. So imagine what they're doing to us who come from nature.
And over the years, some of these women then rise up to the suffragette and all of these things. And then down the road now you have black women now a copy these women here. Most of these black women we are come with these feminism and all of these things and liberation, all of them. It's not from an African narrative.
That's it.
You understand? And it make it more deadly and stupid.
They're fighting against the family, really.
Themselves.
Yeah, and themselves.
You understand? They're fighting against themselves, and we never go through that. Because when you ask them, so what are you liberating from? Because nobody never wool in at the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, nobody never wool in a certain way. But it's true we are run with the European woman narrative. Because she never have, just the other day she even get rights.
Yep.
You know, while our woman was leading battles and all of these things before. You understand? You know, you have Mary Seacole, we go way up in a Crimean War and all of them things helping out.
That's right.
You have Marcus Garvey give woman presidential rule long before women have position in Europe, certain position.
Yep.
So when I hear a lot of these educated sisters talking, you know, and today majority of them where we are called that professional or them have an angler.
Yep.
Most of these black women in this country who is in position, them have a white angler somewhere that angle them.
And most of them now falling in love, you know, and it's with the European that they're falling in love with. All of this, all of this brain.
That's it. You know, because to them, a lot of them see their man as not trying because he haven't taken them to a restaurant and taking out for a meal.
Paris or...
But they don't understand. Every time that Wazungu take an African woman for dinner, is metaphorically telling her that I can bed you.
Yeah. And really, what is he giving her really? Because basically,
give her nothing.
It's a dead plant and a piece of metal.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they're using to fool other people. You know, what's the least thing that's going to be that you can give somebody to make them fall? They're giving you a dead plant.
A dead plant.
And a piece of metal. You know, and you're falling for that trick.
Yeah. You know, when we used to walk with our woman down the meadow,
that's right,
and show her the daffodils them in the full in life.
We used to follow the queen.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
You know, but today we find over the years. Man all come from dance and forgot say blowing it a Valentine's Day, you know, saying just jump across the cemetery, knock off 2 flowers off of the thing where and he run with that.
That's it.
She don't know better.
No.
You understand, you know?
And they programmed to move to that dead plant and you know.
It program us to lie. That's what it program us to do.
Yeah.
Christmas, Easter, Valentine's, it program us to lie. And we lie to the children and we lie to ourselves. Yeah. And we have this little baby angel with a bow and arrow, shoot an arrow through your heart, and you settle for that. Because what's going to do it, so we want one of that. You understand? But we never go and see what they base these things on.
Yeah.
You understand? Mother's Day, we run with it, and the rest of the day, we treat mother like.
That's it.
You understand? But my brethren, give thanks.
Give thanks as well for having me down there and sharing the experience with you.
Welcome anytime, man. Vice versa, I'm there, I'm cross the water more time, so I saw it go.
So it go, yeah. So it go.
You know, see it, you know.
Keep the fire burning on both sides, you know.
But uptown.
Yeah, the uptown, yeah, every Saturday, you know. It's the principles of the Black Power. We invest in ourselves. You don't need Hollywood to feel good. You know, come down and show your talent, join in the experience every Saturday. You know, invest in ourselves and entertain ourselves. And let's enjoy some wealth, invest. You know, and it's at Uptown Cuisine and it's at 20 West Green Road, N15 5NN.
Well, I'm taking my woman there soon. You understand? Respect. Because I said the last, let me tell you what, they provide that meal, man. I'm telling you.
At the Speakers Club.
At the Speakers Club, that's a classic, lad. You know, see, ask anyone who's sharing that meal.
And the worst thing is, I went to the BBC and all I did get water.
All I get is water.
No. And if you want to find out about the Speakers Club, just go to YouTube and type in the Speakers Club. That's all you need to type in, and we're there. Also, you can find out more about the book. The book ad's there and how to pre-book it. It's all on the Speakers Club YouTube. Just go YouTube, Speakers Club.
Beautiful vibration, rise up family, and right on top of the hour, you know, is Al-Cable and Revivalist Movement, and then Africa going to speak right here in a couple of minutes with Al-Cable and Revivalist Movement. So a beautiful vibration all the time, family, you know, and to all the silent listeners, them, after rising up, you know, and to all the beautiful brothers and sisters them down there in Barbados. Rise up, it's a Ras and Ras is in Barbados. Rise up all the time. You know, you pick up the vibes, you know. And I want to send out some condolence to the family and friends of Brother Spirit. You know, brother used to be on the year here with us, you know, and he's gone on now to the ancestor, you know. So we give thanks, you know. And we take this time also to remember a lot of them, we've gone on to the ancestor the blood. A lot of our brothers, especially, you know, we lost Spirit, we lost Brother Ran, Gideon, they were all part of here, Mas Gusty,
Hitman,
Ibrahim, and you understand, Hitman from over there, so you understand?
I said my brethren Kitty Locks as well. Some warriors, you know. But we have to keep their memory going.
Yeah,
and we
man.
have to keep them, you know, their life lives on with us, you know.
Yeah, man.
As long as we keep them in our memory and we move with their spirit, you know.
You know, and we are in this month, the 30th of this month, gonna make 10 years since we went up by Sharon Cross with Legally, brother. The brother there from Legally, man, you know, forgot his name, you know. You know, so I'm gonna put up some of the things them on YouTube where you can see, because 10 years ago, and some of the people have done it, some of them gone on to the ancestor, you know, especially Lion, Empress, Lion, forgot how she name, man, you know, Sister Pauline, I see Sister Pauline on it, I see Mama Miranda on it, I see Spartacus R, right. DNA, man, all of them gone on to the ancestor, but they were there.
Right.
You understand? And if we does not remember them, no one else gonna remember them. You know, see it, you know? So once again, can you give them the date of the next Speakers Club.
That's in Sunday, June the 26th, and that's from 5 till 8, and that's in North London, Bernie Grant Arts Centre, N15. Yeah, and stay tuned to Abu to give you all the latest updates, and also my book as well. Just tune in the Speakers Club on YouTube to get all the updates on the Speakers Club. And also Brother Doug.
Yeah, man. Rise Up 910, Brother Tyne. Rise up all the time, you know. Beautiful vibration, 910. Beautiful vibes there, and that's what it's all about. And I see my brethren here, Buzzy having his celebration, 10 years on SLR Radio, and you know, Rise Up Community Award presentation, you know, the 21st of May, you know, see it from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., you know, see him. Uptown cuisine, you know. So
make sure you come in with your queen, you know. Or find a queen to come in.
Yeah, for real.
And also Brother Dougie as well, he sends his all the best to Galaxy, and he's having his Find Your Voice in association with the Workers Action Group taking place, and that's going to be in June the 11th. It presents Invest in Yourself Family Sunday, 11th of June, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Chestnut Community Centre, and that's 280 St Anne's Road, N15 5BN. 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Tickets £5.
Beautiful vibes, you know. Once again, I say that beautiful vibration goes out to all the Galaxy pilot, management, engineer, Rise Up Chief come by, you know, see it for just step through, you know, sometimes good to see one, you know, see it, you know, without, you know. So it's a beautiful vibration, man. Man, Muta Ano, rise up all the time, you know. Abu saying, walk good, live good, until we meet again. Vodun.
Respect, and I say everybody is a sun, so you can radiate and be the ray. Even in the word pray is the way to ra. So we are the sun, we just have to learn how to shine.
Vodun all the time, family.
We are a global race with wonderful legacy and culture that you can go and trace. But racism and brutality we daily face leave us in a state of unrest development at a crippling pace. Look in the United States.